Good evening, Raider fans, and welcome to Rouse Raider Baseball Thursday Night Style here in Leander, Texas. Hello, everyone. I'm Michael Francis alongside the one and only Mr. Steve Kithil as we're just about to get underway here at Raider Field on the campus of Rouse High School tonight.
What a beautiful night. Gosh, wind is a little bit of a factor, but man, not a cloud in the sky here and beautiful, beautiful weather. So hopefully it'll be a beautiful game of baseball as well tonight.
Raiders looking to bounce back from a stinging loss to Liberty Hill on Tuesday night. Typically, we would be playing on a Friday night, but with Easter being this weekend and Good Friday tomorrow, we are playing on a Thursday night this week. But next week, we've got 3 games on tap for you.
Yeah.
We got Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday. Tuesday night, we will be at Eastview. Friday night, Georgetown will be here.
Big game.
And
there.
Saturday, we will be at Hayes High School down in Buda or Kyle, whatever. It's one of those two. They're right there next to each other. Kind of like Leander and Cedar Park, right?
Yeah, it's down there somewhere.
It's down there somewhere.
It's about an hour drive, right?
Glenn comes into tonight 9-14 overall with a 2-7 district record. The Raiders come in 17-7 overall with a 6-3 record. Raiders currently sitting in the 4th spot in the district as Liberty Hill, Georgetown, and Cedar Park are knotted up at 7-2, and Raiders sit at 6-3. However, Liberty Hill and Cedar Park will be playing at Cedar Park tonight, Steve. So somebody's going to
fall back
and be tied with Rouse, and then you will possibly have 2 teams tied for that first spot.
Yep.
And then two teams tied for the 3rd and 4th spot.
Granted, Rouse needs to take care of business tonight, and so does Georgetown, the other first place team that is. I don't know who they are playing.
Georgetown is playing Eastview tonight.
Eastview. Okay, so Georgetown has to take care of Eastview, and Rouse has to take care of the Glen Grizzlies.
And Leander is at Marble Falls. So those contests going on tonight as well as Glen and Rouse here in Leander. So virtually almost kind of like home games. Not much of a travel game between Rouse, Leander, Glen, and Cedar Park. They're all relatively close to each other. I guess if you want to call one a travel, Cedar Park would really be a travel.
It would be a little bit of a travel.
Of course, just a little bit, but not much. But anyway, excited. What a beautiful day for baseball here at Raider Field. The wind blowing out of the south. A nice, warm evening here. The wind has dropped the humidity quite a bit, so
love it. Love it.
It is a beautiful night for baseball, and we're glad to have y'all with us tonight as we bring you all the action. Lineups are being introduced, and we will do the same for the Glen Grizzlies. Leading off will be number 1, Luke Berryhill at short. Number 22, Holden Harris will be in left field, batting second. Number 11, Brett Hall will be in center field, batting third. Number 10, A.J. Click will be behind the plate, batting fourth. Number 15, Campbell Kraswowski will be the designated hitter. He will be hitting for the pitcher. Number 9, Joseph Tredemeyer. Batting sixth will be the third baseman, number 12, Benson Henry. Number 6, Rome Fornato will be at first base, batting seventh, batting eighth. Number 2, Logan Worley at second base, and rounding out the order will be the right fielder, number 14, Ethan Barrowman. For your Rouse Raiders, leading off will be the second baseman, number 9, Rainer Heinrich. At second, or batting second, will be number 3, Blake Gonzalez, the designated hitter. He will be hitting for the third baseman, number 4, Mikey Caputo. Batting third will be the first baseman, number 8, Oscar Salazar. Batting cleanup will be the starting pitcher for the Raiders tonight, number 22, Colby Diaz. Batting fifth will be the catcher, number 5, Carter Heinrich. Batting sixth will be the left fielder, number 7, Caden Kaspar. Batting seventh will be the center fielder, number 10, Landon Miller. Batting eighth will be the right fielder, number 11, Colin Correjo. Batting Ninth will be the shortstop, number 2, Joe Sparshoe.
Third base, number 4, Mikey Caputo.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing Colby pitch tonight. And, the last time he pitched and hit, Lou Diaz was doing the broadcast, and he kind of showed off for his dad, didn't he?
Just a little bit.
He went to another level, and I hope he does that tonight as well.
And that will be good. We're going to take a moment for the national anthem. We want to thank you for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider Baseball on SHN Sports. It's baseball time in Texas as we're set to get underway here at Raider Field tonight. Steve, looking forward to the Raiders bouncing back from that loss to Liberty Hill on Tuesday night.
Definitely. It's a bounce back Thursday. Huh?
Oh,
I was
there you
about
go.
to say bounce back Friday, but we're not playing Friday.
Yeah, not playing Friday. We are playing Thursday.
It was my Friday, though.
Tuesday night was really not a good night as it was a weather delay. We had technical difficulties, but hey, we're back home tonight. We've got plenty of hot spot and no problem. So
games are so much easier. Let me just tell you, with this broadcasting gig, it's just easier to play. Let's just do the home games, right?
Yeah, there you go. So we want to welcome everyone. I'm Michael Francis alongside the one and only Mr. Steve Kithil.
Oh, goodness gracious.
If you haven't already, hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so and hit that notification bell so that you will be notified when we go live in future Raider baseball games. Due up for the Grizzlies in the first, Luke Berryhill, Holden Harris, and Brett Hall. Colby Diaz on the mound getting his warm-ups. Defensively for the Raiders tonight, number 22, Colby Diaz on the mound. Carter Heinrich behind the plate. Oscar Salazar at first. Rainer Heinrich at second. Mikey Caputo at third. Joe Sparshoe at short. Caden Caspar in left. Landon Miller in center. And Colin Correjo in right.
Michael, we want to encourage our viewers to use the chat room. Please tell us who you are, who you're rooting for, who your favorite Rouse Raider player, and where you're viewing from. We always like to hear from our remote fans out there.
And if you are a Glenn fan, we welcome you to our broadcast tonight. And
100%. Well,
and we do try to keep things as neutral as possible, but it may have a little hometown flavor.
It definitely has hometown flavor from me. I know that.
Well, Steve tried to he had a resolution that he was going to be a little less this year, but it ebbed from him, and so
it's gone. And after the Cedar Park game where we got jobbed, I will complain about the umpire for now time or two.
Berryhill stands in, and he lines this one to Mikey Caputo. 1 pitch, 1 out to get this game started.
Rather efficient right there.
Yeah.
Can't ask for any more efficient than that. Holden Harris, the left fielder, will dig in from the right side. Holden Harris, a TCU commit. Breaking ball in for a called strike.
TCU, man, that's big time program there. So
Right. Well, this
that's-
this is cut on and fouled back out of play for strike two. Was back before Jim Schlossnagel left, bolted for A&M.
Yep.
He was the coach there at TCU and really made that a prominent program. 0-2 the count to Harris, and he'll foul this one back out of play as well. Good crowd here tonight. Raider cheer is here. Nice brisk wind. The 0-2 pitch, a breaking ball, misses high and inside for ball one. 1-2 strike count to Harris. The 1-2 pitch. This is cut on. A hopper to Sparshoe at short.
Good
and he'll
play.
make the throw to first, and that will retire Harris for out number 2. 6-3 on the put out of Harris.
Real smooth play by Joe Sparshoe from the shortstop position. On the dead run, throws him out. Just a higher level play right there.
Showing a lot of confidence in that shortstop position.
Yeah.
Brett Hall will come to the plate. Hall, the center fielder. He will take for ball one.
Whew. We got a little bit of wind. Sorry. Let's see if we can turn that down a little bit.
The 1-0 pitch, fastball, fouled back out of play. And that will even the count up. The Grizzlies, coached by Zach Darling, that's going to get
the bat.
the nub of the bat. It didn't get his hand. It got the nub of the bat and is a foul ball, which will account for strike 2.
Yeah. You know what you call that? Strike 2.
That's what you call it, as he was falling away.
That's not how he drew it up, but in the end, the box score is going to say strike 2.
Hall will call time and step back out and reset.
He will be going to Lamar University next year. He's a senior here.
Heinrich sets up on the outside, breaking ball in for strike. No, he did not call it.
And by the way, Colby Diaz and Brett Hall know each other from countless times of playing on the same travel team to playing against the travel team. This is not the first time they played against each other. Oh, thought that was a strike.
Wow, this guy's strike zone is just, I don't know where it's at.
Wow. Everybody started walking off, and umpire had a different idea of things.
Full count, payoff pitch.
There it is.
The same exact pitch, and he hits the same exact spot. This time he gets the makeup call as Hall is caught looking for out number 3. And the Grizzlies go in order in the first. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. On to the bottom we go. We're scoreless here at Raider Field. The Grizzlies coached by Zach Darling. The Raiders coached by Chad Crimpy, Josh Harris, Will Noble, Dan LaPaglia. Our JV 1 and 2 teams, Steve, doing outstanding.
They're killing it right now. JV 2-1 today, 16-5, and JV 1 is currently going right now. Let me see if I can get a score on that. They just started, I guess, because I don't see a game changer start on that yet.
Defensively for the Grizzlies, number 9, Joseph Tredemeyer will be the starting pitcher. A.J. Click behind the plate. Rome Fortunato at first base. Logan Worley at second base. Benson Henry at third base. Luke Berryhill at short. Holden Harris in left. Brett Hall in center. And Ethan Barrowman in right field.
Pretty good crowd tonight.
Pretty good crowd.
They're filing in, I think, a little bit more. You know, I always consider that the dad section down there on
Right,
by first base.
I wish they've moved that picnic table over there.
They've moved the picnic table over there, and it's just so funny because you know what? When I had a kid on the team, when Andrew was playing on this team, that's where I was when I wasn't up here.
So it was good. I had to do a vendor fair as part of my job today. It was at Round Rock at their athletic center over off of Chisholm Trail. What a nice facility that is.
Isn't it nice?
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous, huge gymnasium. It's like three huge basketball courts.
Oh,
They
wow.
have them separated and divided. Actually, it's like maybe 6. I mean, it was wide the way we had everything set up. But I did see one of a former Raider parent.
Oh, yeah? Who's that?
There. His name is Kenny, and his son was Steve. And for some reason, I'm not having a hard time recalling his last. I know it started with an R, but he ended up going to Texas as a student, not as a player. Good evening from Michigan. Joe's Barshu's grandmother listening in. Well, welcome, Sandra. We're glad to have you here with us tonight. Rainer Heinrich will get things started for the Raiders. Heinrich, Gonzalez, and Salazar due up in the Raider half of the first. Tredemeyer pitching from the stretch. He misses low for a ball.
Rainer Heinrich's been doing a great job leading off the Raiders all year long.
What a big plus he's been to this varsity program.
Yeah, he's definitely showed that he needs to be up here playing at this level, and just a sophomore, so we're going to see him for another 2 years after this year. So
Tredemeyer lefty, a 1-1 count, a breaking ball in for called strike 2. Tredemeyer pitching exclusively from the stretch. Blake Gonzalez on deck. Tredemeyer will step off. And toe back in on the rubber. The 1-2 pitch. That's misses low and in the dirt.
That definitely almost made the grass. I can see the spot where it hit. And that was a 58-foot fastball.
And the count goes even at 2.
You got to throw the ball 60 feet, 6 inches.
Liberty Hill, all turf. Even the mound was turf, and the home plate circle.
Oh.
Wow, that was
ouch.
That was a terrible call.
We didn't get that call in the first inning. Let's just say
Heinrich caught looking for out number 1. And that will bring up Blake Gonzalez, the designated hitter. First pitch offering misses high for ball 1.
That's low for ball 2.
2-0 the count to Gonzalez. Oscar Salazar on deck. Tredemeyer deals. That'll hit him between the shoulder blades. And Gonzalez will make his way down to first base.
Should be going. This is something that probably doesn't even need to be said, but that's definitely not intentional or anything like that. There's no harm in that. It's just the ball gets away from the high school pitcher sometimes, and that
they even get away from major leaguers.
And they get away from major leaguers, but the accuracy of a high schooler is much less, and so
Oscar Salazar will stand to the plate, and he,
jeez,
golly, this guy's
high strike zone tonight.
Well, it was,
was
except
high.
it wasn't for Kobe Diaz.
That was high strike. Woof.
The 1-0. A much better looking pitch, a ball.
I think that just didn't catch the outside corner.
Well, I agree.
man.
I agree, but it definitely looked better than the previous
I agree.
pitch, and that
I
was
agree.
my point.
Yes.
1-1 the count to Salazar. That'll go to the fence, and Gonzalez will advance on the wild pitch. Two and one the count to Salazar. The 2-1 pitch, that's high for ball 3. Three ball, one strike count
Oscar should
to
be looking
Salazar.
dead
Colby
red right
Diaz on deck, and that's ball 4.
He didn't get anything.
And the Raiders have 2 aboard with 1 out.
It's time to confess. Sleep with 2 phones on my chest. Yeah, the day I was just broke. Today I look sexy and blessed.
Now mounting. Sure. Number 22. Cole Diaz.
First pitch to Diaz in for a strike, and wow, his strike zone is indescribable.
It's all over the place. How about that? It's
The 0-1 delivery, that'll hit him on the shoulders to load the bases.
again a second hits batsman, and it's just not. It's just not intentional whatsoever. Here comes Coach Darling to the mound.
Coach Zach Darling will go out and talk to his young hurler and talk over defensive strategy right here. Sometimes you wonder, they're having some complex conversation out there, and really it's not that. We're thinking that because we're seeing it, but he's walking. Our coaches will walk out there and say, "Dude, are you going to throw strikes today?"
Yeah.
Is it your intention to put every batter on base?
Andrew told me one time coach came out there and just told him a joke just to loosen him up a little bit.
Right.
So
I remember that.
yeah.
Carter Heinrich will come to the plate, and Caden Kaspar will be on deck.
The best conversation I've ever heard that happened was in the major leagues. They threw a pitch, the pitcher threw a pitch, and the home run. Next pitch, threw a pitch, home run. The pitching coach came out and said, the pitcher said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "Oh, I'm just letting him reload."
Swing and a miss for strike 1 to Heinrich. Jimmy Carter listening in. Raider shortstop uncle watching from Hemeter Road in Michigan. Lisa Keel, Gonzo's aunt, watching. Go Raiders. Awesome. Thank you for that. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. If it's not Keel, it may be Kyle. You can let us know if I'm mispronouncing it. But thank you for tuning in and watching. The 1-1 pitch misses high for ball 2.
Yeah, so Carter right here really needs to be looking for something to drive. And I mean, this is the opportunity. This is the pitch right now because the pitcher does not want to go 3-1.
The 2-1 pitch is fouled off for
he had something.
strike 2.
He didn't miss by much. That was a good, healthy, aggressive swing right there. And
well, he was one of the Rouse batters that had a very good night on Tuesday.
Yeah, he was seeing the ball very well. 2 doubles and a single, I think.
Mm-hmm. The 2-2 pitch. This is chopped on and hit foul. And he will stay alive. I will tell you, Carter Heinrich had a single, a double, and a double, and a strikeout.
Okay.
So he went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a single.
And this is a good opportunity for the Rouse Raiders to jump on the lead and get this game under control right away.
Pitch down and away. And the count works full. No place to put him.
Nice stop by the catcher there. Definitely saved a run. Ball goes to the backstop. It's usually a run right here in this ballpark.
Tredemeyer deals high for ball 4, and that'll walk in a run. He is no defense for walks. He's given up 2 hit batters and 2 walks, and that spells nothing but trouble.
Freebie. I mean, still throwing a no-hitter, right? But
right, absolutely. Veronica Arnold listening in. Hello, Momo, Tia, and Mrs. Baker cheering for Colby. Go Raiders. Thank you for all your work and support of the Raiders, Mr. Francis and Mr. Kithil.
Hey.
Heavy on the Mister. Well, thank you very much. We are humbled by your kind words. Caden Kaspar will come to the plate, batting from the left side. Landon Miller on deck. Be good to see Landon get opportunity to hit. He hasn't hit in a couple of games. He has been DH'd 4. Tredemeyer deals down and away for ball 1. And there is activity going in the Grizzly bullpen.
You give up the free passes and everything. It gets
can't see a number.
You got to get the
pitch from Tredemeyer misses for ball 2.
When they lose the strike zone, you gotta make a choice and make a substitution quickly.
Evidently, Click took it to the throat, so he is
out.
Giving the catcher a little time to recover. Wow. Number 3, Austin Wilson getting loose in the bullpen for the Grizzlies.
Yes, sir.
2 balls, no strikes. Tredemeyer from the stretch, the 2-0 pitch. That's in for a called strike.
You almost have to take there because
he hasn't been throwing
strikes, and you have to make him throw a strike there. So,
and he has thrown a lot of pitches in this inning so far. The 2-1.
Oh, come on!
Wow,
that's generous, but that was his 26th pitch of this inning. I've got the count at 2-2.
That's what I have. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Caden Kaspar. Bases loaded with 1 out. That pitch looked a lot better than the last one. That one pitch, then the count goes full. Well, thank you, Lisa. I'm glad I said it correctly. Again, the payoff pitch. That misses for ball 4, and Tredemeyer walks another run in. And the bases are still loaded with Raiders. And
they have.
Coach Darling is going to make his way out, and that will be it for Joseph Tredemeyer. He goes 1/3 of an inning.
You know, Coach Darling's options, they're limited right there. And the reason why they're limited is because you have to throw the ball over the plate. If you don't, you get an early night and the hook. So we'll see what happens here. It's a very difficult situation for this new pitcher to come into bases loaded with only 1 out. You almost think that if he gets out of it with only giving up 2 more runs, he's done his job. He has to come in and throw strikes right away.
One One thing we didn't mention, Steve, the
Uh-huh.
courtesy running specialist, Sam Walsh,
Oh, is he in?
running for Carter Heinrich,
There
the
we go.
catcher. Definitely want to acknowledge the contributions that Sam Walsh makes to this team.
So the base runners are Sam Walsh on third. We have Jack Knight courtesy running for. We have Sam Walsh courtesy running for Colby Diaz, and then Jack Knight courtesy running for Carter Heinrich, and then Caden Kaspar on first base with Landon Miller up to the plate. So
it'd be good to see Landon Miller break out right here. He has had an effective bat throughout the season. Colin Correjo on deck. And the last thing that a coach wants to do is let a game get out of hand with the Raider team, as we saw on Saturday versus Leander. The coach from Leander, when they got the double play call and he felt like his batter was safe, or his runner was safe, told the umpires and yelled it at the home plate umpire, they're already good. They don't need any help.
oh my.
Look at the scoreboard. He's pointing out at the scoreboard, but he said that to the home plate umpire.
Oh my.
Coach Grissom.
Coach Grissom, yep.
Yeah. Austin Wilson will toe in on the rubber. The righty will deal outside for ball one. And if that's his fastball, I want to see his changeup.
We're going to.
Fastball high and inside for ball two.
Crafty.
And he's got it, he's being asked to find a rhythm quickly to get out of this inning. The 2-0, that's high. Oh, wow.
That is an expanded strike zone, probably 6-inch strike zone past the plate there. Wow.
A 2-1 pitch, it's fouled off for strike two.
And it changes the complexion of the entire at bat right there. That one little call. Okay. Stop complaining.
The 2-2 pitch, that's high for ball three, and the count goes full. You see so many pitches, Steve, and you hate to really harp on it.
Yeah.
Because it's a judgment call. The payoff pitch, a swing and a miss for strike three. And out number two. And that will bring up the right fielder, Colin Correjo. You hate to really harp on it. An umpire is, he's trying to find his zone,
Sure.
what he likes and stuff like that. And you see enough baseball from behind the plate like you and I do.
Yeah.
And you recognize a strike for a strike, you know.
Right away. Yep, right away. And you know what? I will even say this. I've watched a lot of high school and college baseball, and I do see a difference in the strike zone. That's curveball. Outside. High and outside.
For ball one.
But it where you see the strike, it's a strike, and obviously this one was not a strike.
Pitch misses high for ball two. 2-0 the count to Correjo, and Joe Sparshoe, little shotty on deck. The 2-0.
That's not.
Oh my gosh.
That's just not right. Okay.
Coach Crimpine just shaking his head down there from the batter or from the coach's box. Pitch misses high for ball three, and Wilson with no place to put him. The 3-1 pitch from Wilson. This is popped up. It's a high fly ball into shallow center field.
Well,
and Brett Hall able to get to it to end the Raider threat.
And the pitcher that came in, Wilson, he did his job. He did not give up any more runs whatsoever. Albeit I think he was a little bit aided by the umpire there, the strike zone. But That was an opportunity that the Rouse Raiders clearly missed. And
Raiders get 2 runs on no hits. And they lead, and they strand 3.
strand 3.
They leave them loaded, and on to the second we go. Raiders leading this one 2-0. And all the Grizzlies can say is, thank goodness we were able to get out of that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, and they should be. I've seen it where baseball games momentum switches on an inning like that. Even though they've lost the lead and they've given up 2 runs, they go, holy moly, we had bases loaded, 1 out, and we didn't score after that. I mean, we scored 2, still bases loaded, 1 out, and we still didn't score after that. So it was just missed opportunity there.
Due up for the Grizzlies in the second. A.J. Click, Campbell Kraswanski, and Benson Henry. That will be their 4, 5, and 6 hitters.
Well, maybe Colby can get some calls here now.
This next half inning, we definitely want to recognize our home run sponsors.
Yeah, we will do that. Sure.
The Recon Shop and Austin Summit Group Realty. Colby Diaz back out on the mound. He will deal for a called strike.
I was going to say, if that wasn't called strike, I don't know where. I don't know what to say after that.
The 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball cut on and missed for strike 2. Curveball works really good for Colby Diaz. And he works it both like a 3-7 type drop.
Oh, ring him up. Oh, come on. They didn't. So the check swing was appealed to the first base umpire, and the first base umpire, I'm going to say he wasn't looking.
That's what I was about to say. The safe call is, well, I didn't see it, so I have to call it safe. So, in all fairness, I guess that would be the semi-right thing to do, and the home plate umpire makes up for it with a strike call.
There it is. Good pitch on the outside corner, and I honestly
Which was
think
a strike.
I believe that hit the outside corner right there.
Yeah, he did. Click retired, caught looking for out number 1, and that will bring up the designated hitter, Campbell Kraswanski. He's hitting for the pitcher, Austin Wilson. Kraswanski batting from the left side. He takes for ball 1. Grizzly colors, navy and orange. The 1-0. Misses for ball 2. Somewhat reminiscent of the Houston Astros. Maybe a little bit of the Auburn Tigers. 2-0. This is hammered to second. Heinrich has it. The throw to first. Will retire Kraswanski for out number 2.
Number 12, Benson Henry.
Number 12, Benson Henry will come to the plate. Henry did not make an appearance in the first meeting between these two clubs. First pitch misses down and low for ball 1. Down and in.
I don't recall Henry playing last and even last year.
Fastball down the middle for a strike, and that will even the count up. Ooh, that pitch fouled off.
He sawed off. That ball, if that bat was wood, that would have been in 2 pieces right there. I mean, they hit that one off the handle.
Right.
Maybe right off his knuckles.
And he did not make an appearance in the first game. Playing third in the first game was Justin Qureshi. The 1-2.
Yep.
In
There we
for
go.
call strike 3, and that will do it for the Grizzly second. They go in order again in the second. That's the third strikeout on the night for Colby Diaz. No runs, no hits, nobody left on.
Colby Diaz doing exactly what he wants to do up there on the mound tonight. And I hate to say that he's on cruise control, but I mean, he's overpowering those batters right now.
God, he's got to be close to just round 20 pitches.
I'll tell you exactly how many pitches. 23 pitches, 15 strikes. And probably those 5 of those balls that he had, 5 of the 8 balls, he's placed it right where he's wanted to place it.
Right.
So he's got great command tonight, and he's doing some really good stuff.
We want to take a moment and recognize our home run sponsors. The Recon Shop. The Recon Shop at 512-290-4245. We would love to walk you through the claim process, even if you don't have hail. The Recon Shop also specializes in minor door dents, door dings, creases, and other larger dents that do not require paint. For before and after views of what all we can do, visit our website at thereconshop.com. Austin Summit Group Realty is proud to support Rouse Raider Baseball and their amazing group of boys and coaches. ASG has been in business for over 22 years and has been ranked in the top 10 by the Austin Business Journal year after year. If you need help with anything real estate related, please call Mike or Chrissy Caputo at 512-671-HOME. That's 512-671-4663. Big thank you for the support of our home run sponsor.
Yeah.
We couldn't do it without you. Thank you for your generous support. Due up for the Raiders in the second, Sparshu, Heinrich, and Gonzalez. George Garcia. Let's go, Colby. Not to be confused with George Lucas, the Star Wars creator, right? Way to go, Mr. Francis. Ball 1 to Little Shotty. Austin Wilson back out to pitch the second after he goes 2/3 of an inning in the first. That pitch misses high for a ball 2 on a pitch which the umpire had formerly called a strike.
Correct.
A 2-0.
That's
a strike. A curveball gets the top corner. The 2-1. That is hit out to left. That will fall in for a base hit.
Great piece of hitting.
And the first hit of the ball game for either team.
Again, he didn't do too much with it. He just hammered it, hit it hard somewhere, and found some outfield grass. So always nice to have your leadoff man on as well.
Now, Matty.
That will bring up Rainer Heinrich. Heinrich caught looking back in the first. Blake Gonzalez on deck.
Well, that's a balk. That was a complete balk right there. The umpires just did not see it, but you cannot break your hands while still being on the rubber. Oh, he barely.
And Rainer Heinrich fouls this one harmlessly for a strike, but he was an attempted bunt down the first base line.
And the other thing I'll tell you as far as what Mr. Wilson needs to do is he needs to pause come to a complete stop. So I did not see that on that pitch either. Kind of a quick pitch.
Sparshu extends his lead at first. Wilson will throw over, and not in time as Sparshu dives back in safely. Nothing and 1 the count. And Heinrich will lay this bunt down, and it just goes foul.
He had the backspin on that. It just
he did.
Kind of backed up and like a putt on a putting green, or a approach shot on a putting green. Not putt.
Had that stayed fair, he would have beaten it out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. An approach shot, a chip.
kind of like the bunt that Liberty Hill laid down the other night, and they were hoping it would go foul. Oscar Salazar was playing at first. Or no, he was the pitcher, and he was playing the bunt, and it stopped on the line.
On the line. Yep. Which means a fair ball.
0-2, the count to Heinrich. That is fouled off, and Heinrich will stay alive.
He spoiled a good pitch there. See if Heinrich can poke this to the right side.
Oh. The 0-2, this is popped up and playable, and
missed it. But they're going to get him at second here.
And Sparshu out on the force. They didn't have to apply the tag, and just an unfortunate thing. And that's kind of where some of that infield fly rule comes into play, right?
So that is actually not a base hit or anything. That's a fielder's choice, and he's out at second base because it's a force play. That is not a base hit for Rayner, or an error, as a matter of fact, because they did get a force as well. And Joe Sparshu was just in no man's land.
And Heinrich under the tag as he steals second base. So that is going to go, I think, 4-6 on the put out of Sparshu.
Yeah, I think it would. I think it goes 4-6.
For out number 1. Runner at second with 1 out for Blake Gonzalez. Gonzalez was hit by a pitch his first time up, right between the shoulder blades.
I imagine that's going to leave a little bit of a mark for tomorrow.
Gonzalez takes for ball 1. Gonzalez hitting for the Raider third baseman, Mikey Caputo. 2-0 pitch and for a strike. Actually, 1-0 pitch. And that will even the count 1-1.
I had the wrong count. Oops. There we go.
Oh, this is fouled off for strike 2. So I'm being informed that I missed the first pitch.
2-2, right?
2-2.
Yeah. Blake had a real nice swing on that, aggressive swing. I liked it. And now he just needs to make some contact and put it in play. There he goes.
This is lined up into left. It gets under the second baseman's glove, and Heinrich will come around to score.
That's perfect.
Gonzalez with an RBI single.
Great piece of hitting right there. Again, he just put it in play and put it right under the second baseman's glove.
Second baseman Logan Worley made a good attempt on the ball. It just got underneath his glove.
Yeah.
He had to come quite a ways. It's more toward the bag, and he's kind of playing a shift toward first somewhat. Gonzalez extends his lead at first. First pitch offering to Salazar will spin him out of the box for ball 1. It was a high fastball. Colby Diaz on deck. The 1-0 from Wilson. This is fouled back out of play for a strike. One and one the count to Salazar. A throw over to first will not be in time as Gonzalez dives back in safely. Raiders leading this one 3-0.
Oh,
this is fouled.
Good swing
for strike 2.
Good swing.
And the Raiders having to make the adjustment because that ball is lucky to be doing 78.
No, it's
I
not.
think. You don't
That's
think?
not. That's a low 70s.
You think?
And you know what? I mean, so this is kind of below hitting speed.
Right.
And it's a change-up type pitcher for him.
Well, I
for the
did say
Grizzlies,
say lucky, right?
yeah,
Gonzalez will pick up the
Lucky.
stolen base. That was a ball.
yeah, I think that's a low 70s, honestly.
Anyway, but like I said, is
From
being generous.
from my untrained eye.
Right. my point was it's not a fastball.
No, it's definitely a
Which his changeup probably has a 20-mile-an-hour drop.
maybe. Yeah. So I don't know if you saw this, but the Nationals were playing the Braves, and it was a blowout game.
Oh, I saw that. That was
And then-
hilarious.
And then with a 52-mile-an-hour fastball, was it
Yeah.
DR Node or somebody?
Yeah.
He got hit in the shoulder, and he faked like he was all hurt and everything. That was great.
It was great. The broadcasters were laughing their heads off. Pitch from Wilson. This is
Yeah.
hit foul and out of play. I completely lost sight of it for strike
Hammer.
one.
He put that into orbit. Unfortunately, it was foul.
Hall shifting to left.
Yeah, he needs to.
Diaz will take for a ball, and that'll even things up at 1-1.
Hall, the center fielder, really needs to play, and he is. Look, he's playing right where the shortstop.
Look at that huge
shortstop
gap
deep.
in right center, right? Diaz would had to climb a ladder to swing at that one. That was about 2 feet over his head. Carter Heinrich on deck. 2 on with 1 out.
Hits him.
And it'll hit Diaz for the second straight time. He gets on base. Hit by pitch. And that will load him.
And that will make activity into the Glen bullpen again.
Number 17. Jackson Dunaway getting loose. Carter Heinrich drew the walk his last time up, which brought a run in.
Yep, and we have a courtesy runner again, Sam Walsh, in for Colby Diaz.
Nathan Miller getting the balls into the catcher.
A little bit of wind out there tonight, if you're hearing that.
Yeah.
It's our crowd, Mike.
A.J. Click gives the sign, and Wilson will deal. Breaking ball in for a strike.
I think that was a cross-up.
Caden Caspar on deck.
A cross-up is when the catcher calls a fastball and the catcher gets a curveball. Catchers usually do not appreciate that.
Usually don't. They're more kind of a captain of the infield. They kind of call the signs, and they expect the pitcher to do what they call.
Yeah, exactly.
0-1.
There's a
That's
curveball.
a curveball in for a strike. Nothing
Carter's-
into the count to Heinrich. George Garcia wants to know if Colby leads the team in hit by pitch. I would say that he was probably pretty close.
He has led that team every single year, I believe. He always gets hit by the pitch. I'm talking to his mother about that.
1 ball, 2 strike count. Wilson deals a swing and a miss or foul tip back to the fence. And that will give Carter Heinrich an opportunity to swing one more time. The 1-2. This is fouled off.
Carter Heinrich making the pitcher work, which is something that Coach Krempine really drills into the into each batter, into his team, and it goes with his strategy.
1-2 pitch. This is hit out toward right center. Brett Hall. And the right fielder gets to it. Ethan Barrowman will make that catch.
Sacrifice fly.
Sack fly to right for out number 2. And that will score Blake Gonzalez. Runners at first and second for Caden Caspar.
Now Nardi, left fielder, number 7.
Caden Caspar, 0 for 0. He drew the walk his first time up. He was down in the count 0-2 and managed to work it back full and draw the walk. He will take for ball 1. In fact, he was the last batter Joseph Tredemeyer faced for the Grizzlies. And Caspar will hit this one out towards right center. Brett Hall over and will make the catch, and that will do it for the Raiders' second. Now, the Raiders get 2 runs on 1 hit. They leave 2. Actually, it's 2 hits. They leave 2. And on to the third we go. Raiders leading this one 4-0 over the Glen Grizzlies.
You know, that's another inning where I feel like 2 runs, they probably should have gotten a few more there. So,
well, they've stranded 5 runners so far in this contest, if that tells you anything.
Yeah, it's just the opportunities there. It's just we're not quite with 1 and 2 outs, especially with 2 outs. We're not taking advantage of what's there. So.
Colby Diaz back out on the mound to pitch the third for the Raiders and due up for the Grizzlies in the third. Rome Foronado, Logan Worley, and Ethan Barrowman. That is their 7, 8, and 9. 7, 8, and 9 hitters. So the bottom of the order, as he has retired the side in order in each inning so far.
On Facebook,
I tell you what, he is.
Well, I'll tell you what, while they're doing it, Steve, let's go ahead and do Browse by Hattie.
Okay, we can do that. Let me get over here.
The Raiders would like to thank Browse by Hattie. Hey, ladies, get your brows done with Browse and Such by Hattie. Semi-permanent makeup applied to perfection. Get the shape you've always wanted and keep it. Save time applying your brows, eyeliner, and lip blush. Wake up every day looking fantastic. Check out Browse and Such by Hattie on Facebook and Instagram and book an appointment today. Call or text 512-817-3493. I want to thank them for their support of Raider baseball.
I see a lot of improvements even from last year to this year, and it's because of those sponsorships, and it's just fantastic here.
Foronado will swing and miss for strike 1. Nothing in 1 the count. Diaz from the windup. He'll do a high for ball 1. Logan Worley on deck.
No. Nasty.
Swing and a miss for strike 2.
I mean, that's going to be unhittable tonight.
His breaking ball
That's
is
just
a very dynamic breaking ball, and he has good control over it.
Yeah.
2, swing and a miss on an outside pitch. Drop third, or no, it wasn't a drop third strike, but tags him to complete it anyway. So
he's having his way right now on the mound, and it just dominating.
Logan Worley will come to the plate for the first time tonight. Worley, the second baseman for the Grizzlies. He will take for a ball, a fastball in the dirt. Ethan Barrowman on deck. And Worley will hit this one to right field, and Colin Correjo will make the catch to retire Worley.
So the wind is blowing and knocking everything down to right field tonight, and it allows Colin Correjo, our right fielder, to play very shallow. And it's going to be hard to have a base hit unless it's on the ground to right field tonight.
That's in on the hands of Ethan Barrowman, who takes a defensive hack at it just for getting hit.
He didn't want any part of that.
For a strike. And it's interesting to see when you get some players that have never had the experience of having somebody that can pitch over 90 miles an hour.
Yeah.
On a fastball. 0-1, a breaking ball down and away.
That's strike 3.
For strike 3, and that will do it for the Grizzly third. They go in order again. On to the fourth we go. No runs, no hits, nobody left on, obviously. Raiders leading this one 4-0. Diaz with 5 strikeouts on the night so far.
Let me see here. I got 5 strikeouts on the night.
Yep, that's what I have.
5 strikeouts. Man, oh man.
He had 10 strikeouts in his outing on Saturday through 5 innings.
Yeah.
And a 5-inning run rule.
He's definitely showing something out there. I mean, he's playing at a different level, and very deserved Division I signee going to Texas State next year, and I think he'll do well there.
Another program that is experiencing success right now.
Oh man, aren't they? Man.
Due up for the Raiders in the third. Landon Miller, Colin Correjo, and Joe Sparshu.
I'd like to see Rouse put up about 6 this inning.
Miller will take for ball 1.
That's a sometimes ball, sometimes strike tonight. Yeah, 50-50.
Yes. Jonathan Kaspar, he is keeping Game Changer and the scoreboard tonight. Oh, okay. Oh, you are the VJ. Okay. Well, I stand corrected. 2-0 the count. That was a generous outside corner pitch. And again, you remember in this at-bat, his first at-bat, changed the dynamic because he was calling strikes that were way out of the zone.
Yeah.
2-1, and bounces away from Click to the backstop. And uh-oh. We have fan interference. Colin Correjo was unable to make the play on his on-deck fielding percentage. Fan interference. Ball 4, and Landon Miller will draw the walk. Actually, it's the other team. I think that might have to be an automatic ejection since it was another team, but for the sake of it, I'll just call it fan interference.
Oh, goodness.
He might be like that player that fan from the Cubs who was ostracized for
Bartman.
Yeah, Steve Bartman. Did you ever see the documentary on him?
That poor guy.
He was lambasted and just,
he didn't do anything. To me, he didn't do anything wrong. But, man, get a Cubs fan in the room. And
right. They will let you know.
They do not like him.
The 1-0, that's an inside pitch for a strike and a nice located spot
He had to change his
by
look.
Austin Wilson.
I mean, that changed his life. He had to change
He did.
his
Yeah, he did.
change
Really
his
did.
look and change. I think he moved and
Throw to first will not be in time as Miller dives back in. Miller, a very speedy base runner. 1-1 the count to Correjo. Miller will get the stolen base on the wild pitch. They called it a foul ball.
It was a bunt. He squared around a bunt and he bunted it foul.
Okay, I didn't see that. I thought it bounced in the dirt and away because I was watching Miller as he took off. And that'll put Correjo in a 1-2 count. Wilson will throw over to first and not be in time as Miller dives back in safely. Little shotty Joe Sparshoe on deck. 1-2 pitch. That's high and outside for ball 2, and that will even things up. Have activity going again in the Grizzly bullpen. This is line to right and goes foul. As he got out on that one a little early.
And they'll just have to do it all over again. Wilson's already up to 52 pitches, excuse me.
Again, this is, that's smoked over to the Raider dugout, and there you saw the Raiders scatter on that.
Raiders are saying, no, hit it the other way.
All right, start paying attention. You're in the hot zone over there. He did. Cubs fan Steve Bartman did get an ESPN 30 for 30. It was up in Chicago. 2-2. This is hit deep to right and goes foul. Ethan Barrowman lays out for it.
Great play.
Great effort.
Yeah, great
by
effort.
Barrowman as Correjo narrowly escapes the fly ball out.
I'm watching him walk back to his position. He seems a little gimpy.
Yeah, maybe he rubbed that knee just a bit.
Yeah.
Glenn not used to playing on
the center fielder. Look at where the center fielder's playing.
Right.
Brett Hall's playing to pull.
There we go, and that's hit into right field. A line shot, and Barrowman has it, but that'll be a single for Colin Correjo.
Good at bat for Colin Correjo. He needed that and barreled up the ball 3 or 4 times right there, but finally got one to get fair.
That will bring up Joe Sparshoe. Sparshoe 1 for 1. He singled back in the second, and he will lay a bunt down on this one. Wilson plays it, but has nobody. Well, he did get there just in time. Worley did get there just in time.
Wow.
Wilson played it, and he looked over, and it didn't look like Worley was going to get there in time.
Wow.
But the sacrifice bunt does its job and moves runners to second and third.
Now Rayner can do some damage. Infield's pulled in for the Glen Grizzlies to cut down the run at home.
And Heinrich will take for ball 1. I thought there for a second they were going to. As Don and Jonathan both saying this is hit down the left field line. This will score. Miller
gotta hurry.
Got him. Will be in time, and Correjo will be thrown out at home.
I think is that Holden Harris out there and left.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a big time throw right there. to get it Colin Correjo at home.
And that will go 7-2. On the put out of Correjo.
So the run does score on that, but they get the runner coming from second base. Ball's hit hard, and you've got a left fielder out there with a cannon to cut down the run.
Pitch in for a strike to Blake Gonzalez. Would you score that a single or a double for Heinrich?
I would, honestly, the way I would do it, I'd say a single, and he took second on the throw.
Throw to home. That's
Yep.
what I would. And that's how I marked it. Okay, so I'm good with that. All right. Yep, we're on the same page, so we did good. 1-1. The count to Gonzalez. He'll take for ball 2. Oscar Salazar on deck. 1 on with 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. The Raiders leading this one 5-0 over the Grizzlies. Wilson will step off and reset. The 2-1 pitch. Down and away for ball 3. Wilson comes set. He'll throw back to second. Not in time. As Heinrich gets back just in
You
time.
may have had him leaning just a bit. I'm not sure you'd steal third on with 2 outs here, but he might have just not been expecting it.
3-1. This is fouled back out of play, and the count goes full. Again, a throwback to second, and Heinrich takes off. He'll easily pick up third base on the errant throw by the pitcher. Not sure. Would you score that an error?
You have to score that an error. Honestly, that ball went off the glove. I don't know if it was the second baseman or the shortstop. I thought it was the shortstop. I kind of give the error to the shortstop myself, but
okay, that will advance on the E6.
Yeah.
Because had he caught it, Heinrich most likely would not have advanced.
I 100% agree with you.
Yeah. Payoff pitch once again for Gonzalez. He will roll over on this one. Logan Worley plays it to throw to first in time, and that will do it for the Raider third. They get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 1. And after 3 complete, it's 5-0 Raiders.
Well, we'll see what happens here, but Glenn's going to have their work cut out for him getting back into this game at 5-0. Especially with the way Colby is dominating out there on the mound.
Due up for the Grizzlies in the 4th. Back to the top of the order we go. Berryhill, Harris, and Hall.
Colby's gone through 3 innings, and he has 32 pitches, 22 strikes.
You can't ask for better production than that.
Very efficient. 5 strikeouts.
I mean, I guess you could. The most efficient that you could ever get
It's a pitch.
through 3 innings would be 9 pitches.
9
right?
pitches, but that's never going to
An
happen.
out
Right?
for every pitch.
You know, it's amazing when you can go. There's two amazing things that actually have happened multiple times, but you get the immaculate inning where you strike out 3 on 9 pitches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I've seen Hayden Thomas did that in a Cedar Park game at Cedar Park years ago.
Right.
And then you also get a 3-pitch inning. If you get a 3-pitch inning,
Right.
That's amazing right there. But in order to get a 3-pitch inning, you have to throw strikes and you have to get the batter, every single batter, to swing at your first pitch.
Right. And it has happened.
Oh, sure.
And then you just shake your head and like, really? Really? If you're the opposing team, you're like,
If
really?
that happens to you, you're, oh, boy.
Diaz will deal down and away for ball one. Luke Berryhill lined to Caputo at third base on the very first pitch of the game for out number one. 1-0, a swing and a miss, and that will even the count back up. A 1-1 pitch. It's in for strike two, a fastball out of the hand of Colby Diaz.
There was some mustard on that one. Man, that was thrown hard.
Foul tip. And the count will remain 1-2. As we mentioned, a good crowd here tonight. Softball is playing adjacent to our field, so you may be hearing some crowd noise from over there. Swing and a miss for strike three, and that will do it for Mr. Berryhill.
Number 6.
For the first out of the fourth. And we'll bring up Holden Harris. Harris grounded out to short his first time up. Brett Hall on deck. Diaz winds and deals. That's fouled off for strike one. Harris with that awesome throw from left field to cut down Correjo at the plate.
Yeah. You know, that obviously that saved a run, but I think it saved multiple runs in there, right? That's got to be a strike.
Called strike on the inside corner for strike two. 0-2. The count to Harris.
Got to go fastball here. Nope, curveball.
Breaking ball, and he spoils a great pitch.
Just barely made contact on that one. Oh,
I was expecting to most likely see a nice curveball dropped in there for a strike three call. Fastball cut on and missed. Heinrich will throw down the throw, complete the strikeout.
Great throw by Heinrich.
That'll go strikeout 2-3.
Number 7. Number 7 on the night.
Strikeout number 7. That will bring up Brett Hall. Hall caught looking back in the first. 2 away with nobody on here in the top of the fourth. The Raiders leading this one 5-0 over the Glen Grizzlies. Pitch misses down and away for ball one. I think that was a good call.
I'm going to beg for every single one now.
1-0. That's high and inside for ball two. Two-0 pitch, a breaking ball in for a called strike. You know what? I think I might rescind that one I said a while ago, Steve.
I think that was.
Yeah, I think that might have been a strike.
Yep.
Yeah, looking at that, because he called that one a strike, right?
Right.
The 2-1 pitch. This is a fastball, and it is hit fouled back out of play, and that will even the count at 2. 2-ball, 2-strike count, and Mr. Kaspar is starting to grow hair.
Whoa.
It's a full moon tonight. The 2-2 pitch, breaking ball, and this one is fouled back out of play, and the count will remain even at 2. Deuce is wild for Brett Hall.
Get him.
Yep. Breaking ball in for strike three call, and
good one. Good
Brett
pitch.
Hall caught looking for the second straight time for out number 3. And they go in order in the 4th. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. And he strikes out the side. On to the bottom we go. Raiders leading this one 5-0. That is 8 strikeouts on the night for Diaz so far.
So I've got some, our friend Mr. Alepa, he has sent me some scores.
Okay, well, load us up and
Okay.
light a match.
Here we go. So Georgetown is winning 2-1 in the top of the 4th. They're beating Liberty Hill, correct? They're playing Liberty Hill.
Cedar Park's Liberty Hill.
Sorry,
playing
Georgetown is beating
Eastview.
Eastview 2-1 in the top of the 4th. Kind of close, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Marble Falls, who is playing
I want to say they're playing
Leander. Marble Falls is winning 4-1 in the top of the 5th. That's a little bit of an upset. Wow.
Brewing right there.
Yeah. Cedar Park is beating Liberty Hill 4-1 in the top of the 6th.
Wow.
And I don't know why this he said Rouse Raiders they're winning in the top of the 4th 5-0. Thank you, Michael.
Well, they must be moving really quick over at Cedar Park. All these games started at the same time, and they're already in the 6th inning.
Top of the 6th. Yep.
Wow.
All right, we have a new pitcher. Let's see who this is.
It's like number 17, Jackson Dunaway. Comes on in relief of Austin Wilson. A little different look. Dunaway throwing a little sidearm, getting his warm-ups in. Due up for the Raiders in the 4th. Salazar, Diaz, and Heinrich.
I'd like to get to the 10 spot.
And I was told I hit that Heinrich pretty hard when Colin Correjo was doing his imitation of me.
Oh, right.
I said, well, all right, let me hear you.
Yeah.
Let me hear you. You know, Oscar Salazar won that contest. So the boys had a contest today to see who could sound the most like Mr. Francis.
Like Michael Francis.
Yeah,
Oh, my goodness.
Like his sincerest form of flattery is imitation, right? And so the boys got together, and they're trying to determine who sounds the most like me. And so Oscar Salazar, I walk up, he says, hey, Mr. Francis, do I sound like you? And so he started doing a call, and it was a funny call that he made. And then he said, well, Colin Correjo, he came in second. I said, all right, well, let me hear you, Colin.
Yep.
So he starts doing a call and with Rainer Heinrich. Rainer Heinrich. And so, do I hit my H's that hard? He said, oh, yeah, you do. I said, okay, I better watch.
All
that.
right.
So I always thought I said Heinrich. He said Heinrich. So, okay.
It's great.
I need to hit the Heinrich.
It's so much fun to have fun with these kids.
It really is. First pitch offering from Dunaway, down and away from Dunaway for ball 1.
Dunaway kind of fell away.
Dunaway pitching exclusively from the stretch so far. This is lined into center. That'll be a base hit for Oscar Salazar, and Brett Hall will make a throw to first.
Wild throw. Not a wild throw per se, but it just trying to get Oscar Salazar
One pitch
or
or
base.
2 pitches and a single.
Ball was hit very, very hard, right on the nose.
I tell you what, I'm impressed with watching Brett Hall as he moves across the field and is making some great plays out there for the Grizzlies. Diaz will take for strike.
Honestly, I thought he was going to get hit for the 3rd time on that pick.
George, that is 8 punch-outs for Colby on the night so far. Carter Heinrich on deck. Yeah, 1 pitch. That is fouled off for strike 2. Nothing in 2, the count to Colby Diaz.
Come on, let's score 5.
Salazar extends his lead at first. Dunaway. And he bothered to look over. He deals high for ball 1. 1-2 the count to Diaz.
Let's see if the steal sign is on here.
The 1-2. That will
doesn't
go
need
to
to
the
be.
backstop, and Salazar will advance on the wild pitch from Dunaway. Or the stolen base.
Nah, wild pitch.
Wild pitch. Stolen base. Wild pitch. I said wild pitch first.
I agree, wild pitch.
It was a wild pitch. Click had to come out of his crouch
to
make that play on it. Did hit off the top of his glove, but he was about a foot in the air at the time.
Whoa.
A breaking ball, which definitely got away from Dunaway.
That was an athletic play by Click right there to keep the ball, and actually he caught it behind the back of Colby Diaz.
And the count goes full. Colby was in an 0-2 count. He's worked it back full, and he will pop this one foul over to the left side. Dunaway toes in on the rubber. He gets the sign from Click. The payoff pitch misses for ball 4. And I thought that was a close pitch. I could have gone either way.
Yeah, that was a 50-50 pitch where
he draws the walk.
Tonight, that pitch is either, you don't know where that's going to be called or not.
Coach Darling is going to call time, and he's going to go talk to his infield. And
50-50.
50 cent?
50-50.
50-50?
Yep.
So you got to call him 50-50, not 50-50, 50-50, 50-50.
50-50. Oh, goodness.
Talk about a tongue twister, right? It's almost like doing that old thing, rubber baby buggy bumpers, huh? And say that fast a few times. Seashells by the seashore. How many shells does she sell by the seashore? Or something? I can't remember.
Shells did Shelley sell by the seashore?
Something like that. I think I'll go with rubber baby buggy. See, I'm already messing up. Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Who's at the plate?
Carter Heinrich. Carter Heinrich is at the plate. Got to emphasize that.
Oh, goodness.
Colin Correjo says that's what I do, so I will say it for Colin Correjo, so he is correct. And Carter Heinrich will foul that one off. An attempted bunt.
Oh, my.
No offense, Steve, if you're listening in or you watch this later.
Steve Heinrich, he's speaking of.
Yeah, Steve Heinrich. I know he's out in the stands. That's all I want to go. That pitch just misses.
How did that miss him?
The back of Carter Heinrich.
How did that miss him? That went through him.
I think it actually brushed his jersey.
I know it went behind him, but I mean.
So if it goes behind him and he moves backwards, is that moving into the pitch?
Oh, my gosh.
1-1 count. This is hit up the middle to short. The throw to first will not be in time, and they will get the out at second on the fielder's choice, but that will score Oscar Salazar on the errant throw from Berry Hill to first.
So the ball went into the dugout. Ball became dead, and so Carter Heinrich ended up on second base, who will be courtesy run by Jack Knight.
So that will go 6-4 on the putout of Diaz. And Heinrich will reach on the fielder's choice. And error from E4.
Yeah, umpire was ready to call a strike, and then the catcher AJ Click dropped the ball, and so the umpire changed his mind right there. Ball 1.
Dunaway gets the outside corner for strike 1, and that will even the count. Again, we want to thank you fine folks for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider Baseball here on SHN Sports with us. I'm Michael Francis alongside Mr. Steve Kithil. Pitch down and away for ball 2. 2-1 the count to Kaspar. 1 on with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Raiders leading this one 6-0 over the Grizzlies. And Jack Knight
caught
in a pickle, and they're going to tag him out. And all I can say is that was a huge base running mistake.
Yeah,
right there.
Wasn't the best. I think what Jack Knight was trying to do was to get a massive jump to steal third base. He thought he had the pitcher read, and he didn't.
Let's see, that will go. Will go 1, 6, 5, 6 on the putout of Knight. And that pitch misses way outside for ball 3. 3-1 the count to Kaspar. 3-1 pitch. This is hit down the left field line, and
got to be careful.
Kaspar will have a single.
Yeah. So Kaspar rounded first, thinking, oh, I might have a double here. And Holden Harris picked that ball up and gunned it to second base. Good, smart base running decision by Caden Kaspar to stay at first.
Landon Miller will come to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He has struck out and walked. And Dunaway will step off and feign a throw to first, as Kaspar will get back safely with no attempted throw. Pitch misses inside for a ball.
You know, it all starts with throwing strikes, and if you can't throw strikes, it's going to be a long night.
Correjo on deck. Miller has poked this one out into right center. And Kaspar is now standing at third. Mr. Kaspar with the wheels.
Great hustle there. He read, well, it was 2 outs. So as soon as the ball was hit, he hustled and was able to take third on the play.
Runners on the corner for Colin Correjo. Correjo is 1 for 2. He has singled and flown out to center.
Now batting right fielder, number 11, Colin.
Joe Sparshoe on deck.
Outfield is shading him very much to right field right now.
Dunaway deals high for a ball.
That wind's died down quite a bit since the beginning of our game, huh?
It has.
Wonder if it's carrying a little bit more to right.
1-0 pitch. Misses inside for ball 2.
All right. Colin should be looking for his pitch and put a good swing on it. Right here, 2-0.
The 2-0 pitch. This is fouled off for a strike. See one you like, Colin, and give it a ride.
Yep.
I know he has the power.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
The 2-1. This is hit high and deep to center. Brett Hall will camp underneath it and make the catch. And that will do it for the Raider fourth. They get 1 run on 3 hits, and they leave 2. After 4 complete, it is 6-0 Rouse Raiders. And on to the 5th we go. Due up for the Grizzlies in the 5th. Click, Kraswanski, and Henry. We want to recognize our home run sponsors once again. The Recon Shop. If you need help filing a claim, the Recon Shop at 512-290-4245. We would love to walk you through the claim process, even if you don't have hail. The Recon Shop also specializes in minor dents, door dings, creases, and other larger dents that do not require paint. For before and after views of what all we can do, visit our website at thereconshop.com. Austin Summit Group Realty is proud to support Rouse Raider Baseball and their amazing group of boys and coaches. ASG has been in business for over 22 years and has been ranked in the top 10 by the Austin Business Journal year after year. If you need help with anything real estate related, please call Mike or Chrissy Caputo at 512-671-HOME. That's 512-671-4663. Thank you, fine folks, for your sponsorship of Rouse Raider Baseball. We could not do it without you.
Catcher, number 10, AJ.
Click will come to the plate. He is 0 for 1. He was caught looking back in the second. He was the first out of the inning. Diaz will wind and deliver a breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 1.
More of the same from Colby Diaz now, huh?
More of the same.
Gosh.
The 0-1, a fastball misses low for ball 1. You definitely see the difference in pitching style and mechanics between the pitchers so far. And he backs Click out of the box for ball 2. And that was for self-preservation. That was head level right there.
Hard to take a pitch like that and then get back in there.
The 2-1 delivery.
Yeah, see.
Fastball in for strike 2. And that will even the count.
It's hard to get back in and dig in and put your hands over the plate and everything.
The 2-2 pitch. This is fouled off, and Click will get another swing. Click, the catcher for the Grizzlies. Two ball, 2 strike count to the catcher. Diaz will wind and deal a breaking ball. It was hit foul and just goes out of play. You know, you and I have had dealings with Coach Darling and his staff the past couple of years and doing these broadcasts, and they have always been so kind to us.
Very, very classy organization.
Fastball misses low for ball 3.
And it starts with Coach Darling right there. Just I root for Glenn every game just because of his class, but except for when they play Rouse, of course. Oh.
Full count pitch misses for ball 4.
Well, can I say it now?
You can say it now.
Breaks up the perfect game. Out.
And a courtesy runner will come on for the catcher.
Shoot.
And he knew Colby was feeling that because you saw him on the previous pitch before that one. He felt like that was a strike that he didn't get a call for.
Right.
And you kind of saw that.
And I think that might have been the first batter he's gone 3 balls to. Just 3 balls. He's been that dominant.
Well, he had a full count, and he had a full count on Brett Hall back in the first.
Oh, okay.
And that is the only 2 full counts that Colby had been in on the night. Campbell Kraswanski will come up, and he grounded out to second his first time up. We do have a courtesy runner in, and we may get the lineup here in just a moment. Can you hand me the lineup right quick? Can you see a number on that runner, Steve? Number 5? Ethan Toller, the courtesy runner for the catcher for the Grizzlies. Diaz from the stretch. Pitch misses inside for a ball.
They're probably going out there. Carter's going out there. This is a good visit to the mound. Hey, I know you were pumped up about a perfect game and all that, but let's go find the strike zone and do some work. Get back to work on it.
Well, he was perfect through 4.
Yep.
Flick, the first base runner for the Grizzlies on the night. That pitch gets the outside corner for a strike, and the count goes 2-1. Throw over to first, not in time as Toller dives back in safely. Toller staying close to first. Pitch misses low for a ball, and the count goes 3-1.
He needs to regroup just a little bit and really find the strike zone right now. This is important.
The 3-1, this is lined back up the middle, could be 2. Sparshoe to Heinrich, and they do. They turn the double play, and Heinrich to Salazar. That will go 6-4 on the putout of Click, or Toller, for out number 1, and Kraswanski 4-3 on the double play.
It's kind of a tricky bounce right there. It hit off the side of the mound, and Joe Sparshoe was able to adjust to that tricky hop.
Fastball in for a called strike to Benson Henry. Henry caught looking back in the second. The 0-1, a fastball in for ball 1. Really impressed so far with what I've seen from Joe Sparshoe over the past few games. His confidence really building up. That fastball from Diaz is
Behind him.
Yeah, and it was like 3 feet behind him.
Yeah.
It's like he was throwing at the backstop intentionally.
Hit
2-1, 2-1 the count. Breaking ball in for a called strike. I was about to say, if you don't call that, dude.
I thought he wasn't going to call it, honestly. That pitch before was the hit the bull.
The 2-2 pitch, fastball inside for ball 3.
From Bull Durham.
Right? And a full count. The payoff pitch, a breaking ball misses high for ball 4, and Colby knew it when he let it go. He lost the handle on a curveball.
3-2 curveball.
His second walk of the inning, and the first time that he has faced a 4th batter in the inning. That will bring up Rome Fortunato. Fortunato struck out.
That was close there at first base.
Fortunato struck out back in the third. A breaking ball misses inside. Had Heinrich not had to move, he might have called that a strike.
Right. Yep.
The throw to first not in time as Henry dives back in. 1-0 pitch, fastball in for a strike, and that will even it up.
Right down the middle.
One and one the count. Pitch, that's down and away for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike count. Do we happen to have a score update?
I will
Ping Mr. Alipa.
see if there's any.
A 2-1, a curveball cut on and missed for strike 2, and that will even the count. Deuce is wild for Fortunato. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And the Raiders get out of the inning. No runs on no hits. 1 left on. After 4.5, it's 6-0 Rouse.
5th inning stretch?
Yeah,
Or is
5th inning stretch.
Yeah, it's the 5th
So, and here we hear it. Oh, and Don Miller interjecting Raiders into
the PA system. That's great.
right into the 7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game. And Jackson Dunaway is back out on the mound for the Grizzlies to pitch the 5th. The scoreboard is actually incorrect, folks. If you can see that on the screen, it says we're in the 6th inning. We're actually in the bottom of the 5th.
Bottom of the 5th. My scoreboard's right.
Yours is right. We got to have a talk with that scoreboard operator.
That was
what's going on.
That was a jab at the scoreboard operator right there. I'm throwing shade at the scoreboard operator.
Yeah, we have fun up here. The only thing is that could affect how hits and runs are scored. So if the Raiders score and he punches a run up, it'll go to the visitors. How do you correct the innings? Not that matters. We know here what it actually is, right? But somebody in the stands will complain if they see a run. And the throw down to second, and we're ready to go. Due up for the Raiders in the 5th, Sparshu, Heinrich, and Gonzalez.
Still like to see that 10-run cushion and end this game.
Now batting shortstop, number 2, Joe Sparshu.
It's interesting. In the college game, it's 10 after 5, but then it also goes 8 after 7. So the run rule, you play 9 innings in college, and after 7 innings, if you are, there it is.
There's a hit by pitch.
Takes one in the ribs. But if you are winning by 8 runs after 7 innings, then the game is also over.
Rainer Heinrich will come to the plate. 1 pitch, 1 hit batter in the form of Little Shotty at first.
Now batting second baseman, number 9, Rainer Heinrich.
The Grizzlies have hit Raider batters 4 times tonight. Pitch down and in for ball 1. Heinrich has been caught looking, hit into a fielder's choice, and singled. Blake Gonzalez on deck. The 1-0.
I don't know that he
Gets
stopped.
the strike, and maybe the umpires just aren't used to seeing that.
Maybe the umpires just aren't enforcing it tonight or something.
1-1 the count to Heinrich.
Definitely a pause there.
And a terrible pitch called for a strike. Yes, I did interject my own personal opinion in there. My apologies, folks.
Oh,
Did I say
goodness.
That, I said
That was funny. Because I was thinking it.
The 1-2, it's a line back to the pitcher. And
so 1-6.
That is a actually it's kind of a double play, right?
No. Rainer Heinrich still. The throw was never to first base. So
it bounced off the ground or what?
It bounced off.
Lined.
Yeah, it bounced off the ground.
Okay, that's where I made the mistake.
Hit
All right.
to
Fielder's
the
choice.
first. The pitcher turned around, threw it at shortstop, and they got the force out at second.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what I didn't see. Was I thought he lined back to him.
Hit and run going.
Gonzalez will foul this one out of play into the batting cages, and it's resting on top of the batting cage nets. Dunaway takes a long look in. Throw over to first.
That is a strange pickoff move right there.
He was still on the rubber, wasn't he? I never saw him disengage.
It looked like he stepped backwards, but then
So it looked like he spun on top of the rubber.
Yeah, that was just a strange. Umpire's not calling a balk tonight at all. Good hit.
And Gonzalez will line this into left center for a base knock. Runners at first and second for Oscar Salazar. Salazar has 2 walks and a single.
Okay, I've got some score updates. Georgetown is winning 5-1. Marble Falls is still winning 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th, and Cedar Park beat Liberty Hill 4-3. That is a final.
Wow, what a terrible pitch. That pitch way up out of the zone called a strike. As Oscar Salazar stands in. The 0-1. This is hit down to left.
Ball smoked.
And that will score a run. The throw in from Holden Harris will not be in time.
You know, it's a strong throw by Holden Harris, but Rainer definitely was able to beat that.
Another run scores for Rouse, and that will put 2 on. Salazar with another single. Runners at first and second for Colby Diaz. And he could end this game with 1 swing of the bat.
Yeah.
Just
Done that
saying.
before.
Yeah. Dunaway from the stretch, and he does take the pause. The 0-1.
Oh,
And this is
up the elevator shaft.
infield fly rule. Batter's out for out number 2. President Carter will come to the plate. Raiders leading this one 7-0. Dunaway picks up the sign from Click. Same old deal. It gets inside. for ball one. To be honest with you, I think that was one of his better looking pitches of the night.
Not a bad pitch at all. If Carter would have swung at that, I think he would have been handcuffed. So
1-0. This is popped up and playable. And that catch will be made by Rome Fortunato to end the Raider threat. Raiders get 1 run on 2 hits, and they leave 2. After 5 complete, it's 7-0 Rouse. Due up for the Grizzlies in the 6th, Worley, Barrowman, and Berryhill.
see if Colby can continue his dominant ways, or if last inning was a little bit of a speed bump as far as a couple of walks given, but just needs to.
So if everything holds the way that everything is right now, Georgetown and Cedar Park will be tied for first, and then Rouse and Liberty Hill will be tied for second. Well,
third.
Can't really say. So
Yeah.
Third. Yeah.
And they're really truly tied for third because they did split the series.
They split the series, but
CC
Rouse
series.
actually holds the lead if you were to go by runs.
Oh, okay.
Because the Raiders won their first game 8-4.
Okay.
And then only lost 6-2. So overall,
Right.
if you go by total scores, Raiders have scored 12 runs. They've scored 10.
Gotcha.
So, but I know they don't count it like that.
Yeah,
but they would have to do a play-in game to determine the seeding if we were to finish up like that.
That's very likely. That's a play-in game is going to happen. I mean, everybody's going to be qualified for the playoffs, but you have to determine the seeding. So you play another game on top of it in the regular season, and you make that determination. I want to know what happens if it's a 4-way tie for first.
Well, how they do that is kind of a 4-way game where all 4 teams would come to a location and they would have to play to eliminate each other.
Oh, wow.
If there were, unless there were head-to-heads that would eliminate that. One and one the count to Worley.
One behind.
Pitch misses for ball 2.
If it holds the way this is, and Marble Falls beats Leander.
That's a foul for a strike.
Marble Falls beats Leander, then the Raiders.
No, it's 1 and 2. We had it right the first time. I looked at the scoreboard and I was misled again by Mr. Kaspar. He's caught looking for out number 1. That is punch out number 10 for Colby Diaz.
So if Marble Falls does end up beating Leander, the Rouse Raiders will have a 2-game lead on that, on Leander. And so they're losing to Marble Falls right now. So, and it's 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th.
First pitch is a strike. And he did. What a late call on the strike, and what a say.
He went around.
Justin Qureshi.
That's strike 3.
Strike 3 call. As he was hitting for Ethan Berryman.
Shortstop.
2 away. As Luke Berryhill will come to the plate. He is lined to third and struck out. He's 0 for 2. A little foul down the left field line for strike. 0-1.
Oh, good
Fastball
pitch.
on the outside corner for strike 2. And that's that one pitch he didn't get the call for that he felt
Yep.
like earlier that
Yep.
in that fourth inning that would have gotten him out with a perfect game.
That's okay. Win the game, right? Just got to win the game. He went. That's a.
Well, Jonathan Caspar says he wasn't even close. He didn't go around. So he.
That,
A 2-2 pitch. A fastball cut on and missed as Diaz strikes out the side. And he has struck out 12.
Yeah, 12 strikeouts, and this is the Colby Diaz show now. Colby Diaz is at 83 pitches tonight through 6 innings. Just there's no other word. It's just dominant. He's
Right.
dominant performance right now.
And you look at pitch counts, and I remember this vividly when my middle son, Tim, was pitching for the Raiders. And he pitched a complete game on 52 pitches.
52 pitches.
Complete 7-inning game, not a run rule game.
That's getting
And
a lot of first pitch ground outs or fly outs or whatever.
He was a ground ball fly out pitcher. He would be like a left-handed Greg Maddux.
Oh, beautiful.
In fact, the Stony Point coach said that he reminded him of Sammy Kershaw. Which, of course, might have made his ego swell up just a bit.
Just a little?
Just a little bit. But he said that. So that was back in 2013. Sam Walsh will come to the plate as he is hitting for Caden Caspar. And Caden Crow will be hitting for Logan Miller, or Landon Miller. Dunaway deals inside for a ball to Walsh. And the one opportunity that Walsh got to hit in a broadcast, he takes a curveball inside for a called strike, and that will leave the count. It was versus Stony Point.
Oh, yeah.
And he got a single. 1-1. He's right there, buddy. He is on Johnny on his feet.
He can get there.
Fielded by the third baseman.
Oh,
they call him out. That was a bang play.
Wow.
I mean, it was really close. But Walsh will be called out. That was go 5-3 on the put out of Walsh for out number 1, and he
Tough
almost
call.
beat that out.
That's a tough call right there. Man, thought he beat that out.
Well, it's interesting that Henry played that far towards short.
Yeah.
To play that. That was Berry Hill's territory.
Number 14.
Now we'll bring up Caden Crow, hitting for Landon Miller, and Zach Alvarez on deck. Dunaway takes a long look in. He picks up the sign from Click, and he will deal outside for ball 1. That was a quick throwback by Click.
Sure was. Almost caught him off guard.
The 1-0. This is line to short. Berryhill has it to throw to first in time, and that will do it for Crow. 6-3 on the put out of Crow, and that will bring up Zach Alvarez. Alvarez normally 33, but in the pinstripe unit, he's 32.
Now batting number 52,
Alvarez, the right-handed hitting senior, will step in for his first opportunity to bat tonight. Nathan Miller on deck, and man, he is really helping out his on-deck fielding percentage.
He did it.
And look at that, the throw made complete to the catcher. Keeping that on-deck fielding percentage at 1,000. Pitch misses for ball 2 to Alvarez.
Alvarez, he really should just, swing for the fences right here.
2-0. It's the chop hit to second and fielded cleanly by Worley, and that will do it. The Raiders go in order in the 6th, and for the first time tonight.
Oops.
4-3 on the putout of Alvarez to end the Raiders 6. No runs on no hits, nobody left on, and after 6 complete, it is 7-0 Rouse. Jimmy Carter says, "Let's go to New York to see what they say on the Walsh play."
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I thought he beat it out.
He did. These umpires want to go home early. They don't want to prolong this game.
Well, they've been somewhat suspect tonight, and we might have mentioned it maybe once or twice on missed balk calls and missed strike calls.
Have I beat that horse dead? Easy for me to say.
Yeah.
Oh,
You might be beating a dead horse there, bro.
yeah.
But anyways, from
That's
missed balk calls to missed calls on strikes that weren't strikes and strikes that weren't strikes.
Okay.
Right? Pitches that weren't strikes. They were called strikes.
So in my defense of criticizing the umpires, I will say this. There's very few people out there on the field that are actually getting paid for this game.
And they are.
And they are one of them. They are some of them. Okay.
Yeah, aside from the coaches.
The coaches are also getting paid for the season. They're not getting paid very much for the season, but they do get paid for the season. And therefore, these umpires get paid rather well.
Holden Harris will come to the plate. He has grounded the short and struck out. He is 0 for 2. And he will take a curveball for strike 1.
And just real quick, because they're getting paid kind of well, they should get their calls right. That's just my logic.
The 0-1, this is line to Heinrich at
nice play.
second. A great play by Colby to cover the bag.
Wonderful.
And that will go 4-1 on the putout of Harris. That will bring up the center fielder, Brett Hall. Diaz deals a fastball in for a strike.
What is
Hall is 0 for 2. He is struck out looking both times.
2 strikeouts. Okay. I wasn't sure if he had one of the walks.
Looking for a hat trick, and there's the second strike. A swing and a miss. And Glenn this is hit to left, and this will be a base hit, and the no-hitter is
That's too bad.
done.
How about a catcher, number 10, EJ?
That will bring up A.J. Click. Click is 0 for 2. He struck out looking in the second and grounded to short in the fifth. In fact, he drew the walk in the fifth. He didn't ground. He was caught in the double play.
Wow, that was extremely close. And, man.
Wow, the throw to first from Diaz, and they thought for sure that they had him, but the umpires did not see it that way.
That's the only opinion that matters.
Fastball misses low for ball one. Has some activity going in the Raider bullpen.
I think this is Colby's game to finish. Of course, if somebody else gets on and
So wild pitch, and Hall will advance. On the wild pitch. Ball 2 to A.J. Click. Pitch misses down and away for ball 3. Diaz from the stretch. The 3-0 pitch. Fastball in for a called strike. That's true. Three-one the count. The 3-1 pitch. It's down and away for ball 4. And the Grizzlies have 2 aboard. That will bring up the designated hitter, Campbell Kraswanski.
93 pitches on the night for Colby Diaz. So we have 93 pitches, 60 of them are strikes.
A double play ground out Jonathan Kaspar is calling for. First pitch misses inside for a ball. This is line to first. Salazar has it. Diaz will step on the bag for the out. And that will go 3-1 for the putout. And that's 2 away with runners at second and third for Benson Henry. Henry is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout looking. From the stretch, breaking ball that squibs away from Carter Heinrich. Had he been able to play that, it might have been a strike call.
Maybe.
Very
interesting. I don't know that he called time. Okay, they did call time right there.
Yeah, the umpires called time.
I think Brett Hall was looking at that going, can I run?
1-0 the count to Henry. Diaz will deal a fastball in for a strike.
Because Colby is going from the windup, Brett Hall is able to get down the line probably 25% of the way.
The 1-1, this is fouled off for strike 2, and the Grizzlies are down to their final strike.
Sometimes a runner on third base gets out there and it gets in the head of the pitcher, and it's not happening with Colby Diaz tonight though.
The 1-2 pitch, a breaking ball sails high for ball 2, and that will even the count.
Colby Diaz's 100th pitch of the night.
The 2-2. Fastball cut on and missed, and that will end it. Fashionable that he gets the strikeout to end the game. The Raiders will take this one 7-0 and complete the shutout, a complete game shutout for Colby Diaz, who picks up, I want to say, his 14th strikeout of the night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's not right.
I got 13.
You got 13?
On Game Changer, I've got 13.
Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know where I'm missing it.
Okay.
Game Changer. I thought I had 13 myself. But
yeah.
1,
you know,
2, 3, 4, 5,
then
6,
the
7,
whole story of the whole night was Colby Diaz on the mound,
12,
and
yeah.
And you know what? The story of the night was Colby Diaz on the mound, ability to throw strikes and to really be aggressive with early in the count, just pounding the strike zone. And then after that, it was also the story of the night was the inability of the Glen pitchers to throw strikes consistently, and the amount of walks that they gave up, walks and hit batters. They had 4 hit batters, right? Yep, they had 4 hit batters and 6 walks. So that's 8 free base runners right there, on top of 9 hits.
Right.
That the Raiders collected. Yeah. So
Diaz gave up 3 walks on the night.
Diaz gave up 3 walks
and 1 hit.
He faced 24 batters. The minimum amount would be 21 in a 7-inning game. So just really, really dominant performance. He's getting the Zach Darling to shake his hand and say, great job out there. And just wonderful performance by Colby Diaz. And again, next level stuff for Colby.
Right. Well, what a game it was for the Raiders to bounce back and get back in the win column.
Yep.
As Mark Holtz would say for the Rangers back in the day, hello, win column.
Hello, win column. Great job by the Raiders all the way around. Another error-free game for them as well.
Well, the Raiders will get a little bit of a rest since we're playing on a Thursday night. They will be back in action next Tuesday as they travel to Eastview. And then we'll face Georgetown back here at home on Friday night.
Next week, yeah.
Next week. So a little bit of rest in between. And we're looking good right now. Of course, Cedar Park defeated Liberty Hill.
And just another quick update. I have some other finals. Marble Falls did end up beating Leander 6-1, and it looks like Georgetown is going to beat Eastview. They're up 10-1 in the 6th inning.
Right.
So, yep, good stuff.
Yep. Happy final here at Raider Field. 7-0 on a complete game shutout from Colby Diaz with 12 strikeouts. And a good night.
Yep, great night. Wonderful.
Great night for Colby on the mound. So with that being said, we thank y'all for tuning in and watching Rouse Raider Baseball on SHN Sports. I'm Michael Francis. He's Steve Kithil. Good night.